in today's video, we're going to be watching Woke Corporate Media Tells Me to F Off after my song hits #2 on BillBoard. Tom Macdonald drops new song.
We put out a song 2 weeks ago now. The charts dropped Wednesday. Only Ever Wanted by Timcast is charting. #2 in sales, #16 for alternative music. #16. There are many bands that are platinum, that are massive, that release singles and songs and don't chart. And they get big play and airtime and mainstream media support. We put out one song, we hit the charts with your support. So I'm eternally grateful. We also got big news. Tom Macdonald has just dropped his new single, Riot.
Which, if you haven't checked it out, bro, I just did a video about it, bro. His sound is amazing on that song. Amazing. His wordplay, just everything about it. The visuals from Nova Rockefeller, they did their job of making it a perfect music video, and just he made a perfect song. If you have not checked it out already, make sure y'all do so.
If you have not listened to Tom Macdonald's music, you are missing out, and I'm assuming most of you know about it. The dude, Tom, lyrical genius. He's able to, in music, with these songs like System, Names, Fake Woke, I'm listening to all these things, he's able to just nail these concepts, these cultural, political talking points better than I could.
Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from Tim Pool. If you don't know, like, this dude has been doing politics for like 10 plus years. To be able to say, hey man, I've been doing this political shit, but the way he breaks it down in music, I couldn't even do that. Like, he is the GOAT, you know? Like, that's pretty crazy coming from Tim Pool.
And it's just good music. He's got a new single out, Riot. Y'all should buy it. You should buy it for $1. And I'll explain why. And I love that in the song, he rags on the establishment media, pop music, and he's not going to play those games. And I dig it, man. Not only is it good music that you can play, but it hits that message as well, and I'm all for it. Here's what I would love to see. I'm a big fan of Tom's work. I've been listening to his music for now. It's going on, what, a couple of years he's been putting this stuff out. We've been seeing this amazing stuff. I'm a big fan. I want to see him #1 on the BillBoard Hot 100. I want to see his albums #1 because they're good. That's what I want to see. I want to see independent artists who sell their own music not have to bend their knee to an establishment elitist machine and beg for media coverage. And we can do it. I want to see the machine. I want to see the cracks in the facade. I want to see these people who think they're the gatekeepers to arts and to cultural to our culture. I want to see them knocked off their high horse. So here's what I'd love to see.
And that's what independent artists have been preaching forever. And I think 2023, just look at all the censorship that's happening with content creators moving to Rumble. Like, there's a shift that's happening in politics. This seems to be with the right. Like, more people are becoming more right-leaning. But also, more people have more common sense. And also, people are wanting freedom more than control. So I think there's about to be a huge shift that's going to show next year. Next year's going to be the great awakening of change with everything.
Tom Macdonald should have more music on the Hot 100 based on the amount of hits and sales he gets. But for some reason, I'm like, how is this? You know, I try and look up his stuff. He's got a couple that are charting. How is this dude not #1 right now when he's getting millions of hits on his songs when they drop? When he's #1 in sales? And it's because they play dirty games. So do this. If every single person who listened to this song bought Tom Macdonald's new single, Riot, he would be #1. Let me read this for you, because many of you have already seen this story from March. There's a press release that Tom put out. He says,
I remember this shit, bro. They sold 48,000 copies in only 3 days.
If a tree falls in the woods, does anybody hear it? If an independent artist sells the most albums in a week, does anybody report on it? Apparently not. Tom Macdonald has actually sold, not streamed or TikTok, the most units during the reporting week of March 4th to 11th for his new collaborative album, The Brave, with Adam Calhoun. Listen to it. They moved 48,000 physical copies in 3 days, which Tom and his partner and video director Nova Rockefeller personally sent out, complete with UPC codes. Digitally, it reached #1 on iTunes overall top album charts.
insane.
It shot to #1 on the store's all-genre sales, leapfrogging Disney and Lin-Manuel Miranda juggernaut.
Yeah, and I saw it on Tom's story when that happened. He was like, yo, there's this freaking Disney track above our song. Like, what the hell? They're using Disney to stop us? What?
And Kanto soundtrack. Moreover, the Brave held the #1 spot on the overall top.
And also right now, I'm not trying to cut him off, Nicki Minaj is like supposedly competing with Tom, and it seems like they always push her shit out when he drops music. It's super weird. He was even saying like, yo, why do they always push Nicki Minaj out on my day? Every time I drop a song, and somehow she's always on the charts when I drop my shit. Like, what the fuck?
Albums charts and hip-hop charts, posting up 6.2 million streams. It has bested the numbers of new projects from the late King Von and DaBaby and Youngboy Never Broke Again.
And those are like the top industry hip-hop artists in the world. 15 million views. It says its 3 music videos had around 15 million views. The Brave was going against those types of people. You know what I mean? The top dogs that are super mainstream, and they were whooping ass. Like, that's kind of unheard of, you know? It is unheard of, really.
Why isn't Tom getting a response to rectify this? It trended at #5 on YouTube trending. Yo, they don't want us, outsiders, anti-establishment people, using their own rules. They just don't want us in there.
It's a club. It is legit a club. If you ain't in the circle, you ain't getting in. Just like the class system. There's the middle class, there's the poor, and there's the rich. Everything is a system. Everything you do. You know, you can get to certain levels. You still can be the biggest, but like, when you get the biggest, look what happened to Andrew Tate. They shut him completely down. There's certain levels you reach where these people have power to stop you. You know, people that are watching this video, the way you can stop the system with all the ways they control these artists, and they take control of underground artists by trying to not let them go that far, by pushing their industry artists to be above them, is by showing as much support and buying their albums. Album sales is what will do it.
Let me tell you what this is. Let me tell you. Timcast IRL, with 40,000+ live viewers almost every single night. That's about where we average. Why aren't we ever trending? We get 500,000 hits in a day on our show. How come we're never trending? How come when you click live shows, Timcast IRL, it's not there? Because they hate us, they don't like our politics, and they want to use their control over culture to stop people from getting access to real information or critical thought. Okay.
They want you to be stupid. They don't want nobody talking about common sense and what's going on actually in the world. They want to keep that hush-hush. They want to keep you distracted. They want to show you a bunch of bullshit until you just believe in the bullshit.
I want to see the facade ripped apart. I want to see the foundation crumble. They will not be able to ignore this. They don't like Tom's politics. They don't like that he's not going to bend the knee to these institutions and work the way they want him to work.
But that's the part I don't understand. With politics, you never know Tom's politics. So how can they pin him in a box and try to say that's the reason why? He's just saying common sense. With most of the shit he says is what most of the world believes in.
So they're going to stop him from hitting the charts where he should have been. Get him up there. And I'll stress, not a sponsorship spot.
You know how big this is for Tom Macdonald? Like, Tim Pool is known by Joe Rogan. Tim Pool is known by Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, like the main established political people in the world. Like, Tom Macdonald fucking made it, dude. It's going to be a big year for him. This year and next year.
I don't have any deals with Tom. I've talked to him a couple times. I'm just saying to myself, how do we get independent artists? How do we get counterculture to break the veil? To force them to acknowledge this is good. And I'll tell you what, when they finally do, when this stuff hits the top of the charts, industry executives, I'm telling you this is what's going to happen. They're going to look at the charts and be like, yo, people are buying this Tom Macdonald stuff. That's money. People don't really buy that much music anymore. We sold 12,520. That got us to number 2. People don't buy that much anymore. Used to be hundreds of thousands. Still is for some of the top artists.
That's my thing, bro. These corporations could get so rich if they were to push these guys more than the industry artists. They would dominate. Like, they're money, bro. The independent scene's money. All the audiences that the industry used to have dipped out for years.
And this is what the industry chases after, real money. If they start seeing that Tom Macdonald's making money, they're going to say, we got to do more of this. Screw that weird woke stuff. That doesn't make money. What makes money is this middle of the road kind of anti-establishment counterculture stuff. Force them to shift. Pick up dude's song. I hope to see it, man. I hope that next Tuesday when the numbers come out, we see Tom Macdonald Hot 100 #1 because 100,000 people bought his song. Here's hoping, man. Shout out to Tom, dude. Again, seriously, big fan. I want to see people who actually challenge the system, real punk rock attitudes, pushing back on the cult, shattering the facade.
Good fucking video, bro. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section down below. Shout out to Tom Macdonald. Shout out to all you beautiful people watching this video. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.